So we're going to go over 6 ways that you can make a full-time living as a private investigator. So first one is that of just investigating work-related issues and injuries. So there's a whole place where insurance companies, they feel like maybe there's a false claim, or a company feels like there's a false claim, and so there may be an opportunity to investigate an employee, a former employee, just to make sure their claims are valid. Now, that doesn't mean you're out to get the employee, because there are plenty of times where you'll come back and say, hey, I can only report what I observe. You want to be honest in it. And sometimes you see people have very valid injuries, and that's okay. And then the insurance companies and the companies that they're serving want to move forward and do the right thing, take care of those people. Other times, I have seen people that have claimed all the grossest of injuries, and yet you find them out pouring concrete and playing basketball or doing whatever. And so, you have to stop and say, okay, that is not consistent with the injuries you say you have. And I have no problem saying, hey, guess what? You're ripping off the system, you're cheating. And you know what? I get paid for keeping them honest. That way, it keeps your insurance costs down, keeps my insurance costs down, and yet the people that really deserve it get it. And that's as it should be. So just, avoiding using the system for a form of thievery. The next side of it is that of providing protective services. So as a private investigator, you may be called upon to actually provide a certain amount of protective services on behalf of others. So, myself, I find that makes up a fair chunk of our income is in doing protective related services. Third out would be that of just doing something as simple as process serving. Now, you don't have to be a private investigator to do process serving, but if you are a private investigator, you certainly can and should do process serving. A lot of process serving agencies, they just keep going the same time every day, same place, and wonder why they can't locate the person to serve the civil documents that they are. Well, as an investigator, you'd look a little bit beyond. You do a little bit of what we call skip tracing, find out where a person may have relocated, where they found their, maybe they've taken a different job elsewhere to avoid garnishments. Maybe they've moved into an address that they haven't disclosed to anybody else. So it could be any number of things that allow for you to make a living by process serving, and then that can turn into additional revenue from doing investigation or surveillance, and builds a relationship with the attorneys. So next up, another method is that of doing something as simple as fire watch. Now, that sometimes comes under a security guard license, but that's a real simple way. Basically, all you're doing is doing status checks on a building. Just make in the event that the fire suppression system is not working, you get contracted. Fire marshals require this, and you get contracted just to hang out there, and maybe every 30 minutes keeping a log saying you walk the grounds and no sign of smoke or fire. And simple enough, easy way to make money. Next is that of computer forensics. Now, I am not the computer forensics guy. I definitely have a 30,000 foot overview of that, but you can still take that case on and contract that out to someone else who has those skills and can basically relay a report of and recover data or a loss of data, show the discrepancies of data. And then that brings me to one of the final things, and that is contracting itself. So nothing says you have to do it all. If you can build a relationship with a given attorney or given business to serve them on their purposes, then all that needs to take place from that is that you are going to basically contract those services out to someone else that will do the work. So, for example, on a protection operation, you might have a dozen people working for you on that protection operation, all working for you. You make a $5, $10, $20, $25 on each one, and yet that adds up to be something significant in the end. And so you want to pay them well. So $50 to $75 an hour they might be earning, but you are taking the balance of that, and you multiply that times the more bodies you have working in the field, and you can make easily $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in one day, depending on how many assignments that you're carrying forward. So. And if that's one of the areas that you struggle is getting leads, building relationships with potential attorneys and other clients, then that's something that, feel free to comment below and reach out to me, and we can certainly talk offline about some things that can help you grow your business, but more importantly, how you can get started in this fun world of being a private investigator. All right, that's it for now.